Hello and welcome to Vietnam Journal, our daily English news bulletin on NETVIET VTC10. I'm Ngọc Ánh speaking from Hanoi. Every day we'll bring you comprehensive and up-to-date information about Vietnam and following our major stories on Friday. South Korean firm opens second stainless steel plant in Vietnam. Vietnam to open representative office for tourism in Japan. And we'll visit a famous egg coffee shop in Hanoi. South Korea invested POSCO Vietnam Stainless Steel Company opened its second stainless steel cold rolling mill in Vietnam on March the 7th. The mill is equipped with modern technology and aimed to serve local and international markets.
Located in Nhân Trạch 1 Industrial Park in southern Dong Nai province, the $130 million plant will be capable of producing 150,000 tons of stainless steel a year and will help increase POSCO VST's overall capacity to 235,000 tons annually. This will make POSCO VST the largest stainless steel manufacturer in the country. The first POSCO VST stainless steel plant was also the first in Vietnam, located in the same IP, is capable of producing 85,000 tons a year.
An American company is planning to expand its business and assist Vietnam in modernizing its airport. The information was revealed during a recent American trade mission to Vietnam. The company provides communications, engineering, and integration solutions for customers worldwide.
ARINC is currently providing and supporting the information technology systems at the international terminal of Tân Sơn Nhất Airport in Ho Chi Minh City, and they are wanting to expand their presence in Vietnam. The trade mission introduced ARINC to key industry stakeholders and ministries, where many discussions focused on Vietnam's strategy to develop the aviation industry. One of the matters that were discussed were ARINC's intent to expand its data link remote ground stations in Vietnam. ARINC is in the process of bidding for several local projects which are strategic to its business expansion plans.
And following is some other economic news in brief.
Agribank, Vietnam's largest lender by assets, said on Tuesday it has projected the annual credit growth to be between 10 and 15% by 2015. The Hanoi-based lender also projected annual profit growth of 10%, while its assets would rise on par with annual lending growth. Agribank could undergo a partial privatization by 2015 in line with its policies.
Citibank Vietnam begged the top honors for its Citibank Premium Rewards MasterCard in the recently announced MasterCard Hall of Fame Awards. These awards recognize Southeast Asia's most innovative and strategic card marketing campaigns. This year's awards were held at the Western Siri Bay in Phuket, Thailand on the 1st of this month. The workshop on IPO listings and merger and acquisitions activities between Vietnam and Japan took place in Ho Chi Minh City on Wednesday. At the conference, besides discussing M&A activities, participants also shared information on listing at the Tokyo Stock Exchange and the potential IPOs of Vietnamese firms on the bourse. The managing director of the stock exchange says Japan can fully meet the needs of Vietnamese businesses.
Vietnamese rural areas have a huge potential of biogas production from agricultural waste. The production helps villages not only reduce the energy costs, but also protect the surrounding environment. This practice is becoming increasingly popular in the countryside.
Biogas is an air mixture generated from organic substances disintegration under the bacterial effects in an airtight tank. This gas pipeline leads biogas taken from a 20 cubic meter underground tank to the place of use. This family uses biogas for cooking, lighting, and heating the two egg incubators.
Bioga đây thì là thuận tiện cho gia đình, vừa là sạch sẽ vệ sinh mà vừa là tiết kiệm được điện nhiều.
This family breeds more than 2,000 mature ducks. The farm waste will be put into the underground tank for the biogas production. Thanks to that, the family has a sufficient amount of biogas for lighting, heating, egg incubating, and cooking. In 2008-2009, Vietnamese northern province of Ninh Bình alone deployed a biogas-using family motor with the goal to save the energy. The motor has been piloted to nearly 700 households so far. Besides simple biogas-powered equipment like biogas pump, which light and warm up farmhouses, this biogas-powered electric generator is very useful, especially in the situation of power cut.
Nếu như một khi mà không may mất điện quốc gia thì có cái này là quá tuyệt vời. Về trước tiên là có bioga là anh có thể vận dụng được nhiều thứ. Ví dụ như thổi nấu cơm ăn uống hàng ngày này, sử dụng nước nóng hàng ngày này. Và mất điện thì là sử dụng luôn điện để xem tivi, chạy tủ lạnh, nói chung là điện sinh hoạt trong toàn bộ gia đình. Là không ảnh hưởng gì đến sinh hoạt. Coi như mình vẫn có điện quốc gia.
The electricity generator has a total capacity of 2.8 kW. Being biogas powered, this machine can provide power for daily activities like lighting, watching TV, running refrigerator. The dependence on national electricity network is therefore minimized. A villager shared that a 5 to 7 big stock with the average weight between 10 to 50 kilograms each can provide enough electricity for his family's daily activities. There is no need for him to use national electricity and gas tanks. With the available farm waste in rural areas, the use of biogas and biogas-powered devices contributes to reducing the amount of waste disposed on land, water, and surrounding environment generally. This is the best solution for farmers to save the energy and at the same time protect the environment.
Vietnam Journal. It's not just news, it's life in Vietnam.
Welcome back to our news bulletin. Vietnam is planning to open its first representative office for tourism in Tokyo late this year or early next year. The office will facilitate its tourism marketing activities and step up cooperation between travel firms of the two countries.
Hoàng Thị Diệp, deputy head of the Vietnam National Administration of Tourism, or VNAT, said this would be Vietnam's first overseas representative office. Japan has always been among the top 5 markets for Vietnamese tourism sector, with nearly 482,000 Japanese coming to Vietnam last year, up 8.9% from the previous year. The plan is aimed at helping ratchet up Japanese tourist arrivals in Vietnam from 500,000 last year to 1 million by 2015.
Vietnam is attending the Berlin Tourism Fair 2012 opened in Berlin, Germany on Wednesday, along with more than 180 other countries and territories. The beauty of Vietnam is introduced at the fair through the images of Turtle Tower, Salt Lake, the Asian capital of Huế, and many others. The fair is expected to attract about 170,000 tourists.
Vietnam Holding Asset Management Company and Vietnam's Ministry of Natural Resources and Environment have jointly held a forum on managing environmental impacts created by businesses in economic growth process. The event was aimed to promote sustainable development of Vietnamese businesses. The forum took place in Hanoi on March the 7th and in Ho Chi Minh City the next day, with the participation of representatives from the Swiss Embassy, the Vietnamese Ministry, environmental organizations and businesses concerned about environmental issues. The main speaker of the forum, Mr. Christoph von Waldesee, a multilateral development finance specialist, shared his knowledge of environmental impact management in Asia. Economic growth's impacts on the environment have become burning issues recently. The forum is the first step to awake business leaders who desire sustainable development. The forum is part of the process to build the best practices in environmental management in Vietnam. Giang Coffee Shop is one of the four most famous shops of its kind in Hanoi, which is well known for its special egg coffee. Today we will follow our NETVIET VTC10 reporter to this coffee shop and meet with the owner to learn more about this delicacy.
Giang Coffee Shop is the typical old quarter one. Named after Mr. Giang, the first owner of the shop, it was established on Cầu Street in 1946. In 1969, it was moved to Hangai Street. Now the shop is divided into two shops owned by his two sons in Nguyễn Hữu Huân and Yên Phụ Street. For more than half a century, Giang Coffee Shop has various kinds of coffee like black coffee and milk coffee, but its most famous one is still egg coffee.
Vì là cà phê ở những chỗ khác thì nó bình thường, cũng như là mình uống ở nhà, chứ còn mình muốn có chỗ tụ tập bạn bè thôi. Nhưng mà đến đây là vì cà phê. Em thì chưa bao giờ nghĩ là trứng có thể kết hợp với cà phê cả, nhưng mà khi uống nó thì đúng là nó rất là khác hẳn đối với những cái loại cà phê bình thường khác. Cái trứng ở đây thì rất là thơm, còn cà phê ở Giang đã nổi tiếng rất là lâu rồi.
Making egg coffee is quite simple. It requires only egg, high quality coffee, condensed milk and boiling water. Today we have a chance to talk to the owner of the shop about his work and the process of making egg coffee.
Cái gỗ cà phê nhà chú là gỗ mộc, thế là không có một cái hương liệu gì cả, tức là bản chất cà phê của nó như nào là nó như thế. Bởi vì cà phê là nó có 3 loại. Cà phê chè là tạo cho thơm, cà phê vối tạo cho đậm, còn cà phê mít thì tạo cho béo.
Giang Coffee Shop is always crowded at any time of the day, from the early morning to the evening. Customers of the shop include people living in the quarter, office workers, tourists, artists, and students. People come not only because of the great egg coffee, but also the elegant attitude of the owner and waiters. Mr. Hoa, son of Mr. Giang, shared his feelings with us about making coffee.
Cái nghề cà phê này có người cảm nhận nó là gì? Sướng, rất sướng, mà khổ thì là mình biết thôi. Bởi vì cái đấy nó, ví dụ như Giang cà phê là chỉ có mình chú Giang lặng lẽ ở trên tầng 5. Đấy. Thế nhưng mà lúc mà nó ra mà cái mùi thơm nó tuyệt vời lắm. Nói là ở trên các thượng, mỗi lần Giang đổ ra cái mùi thơm nó thơm đến nỗi là ong nó bay đến. Lúc khói quá nó lại bay đi.
In the bustling and hustling capital of Vietnam, having a cup of egg coffee and meditating is the great way to find inner peace.
Well, the story about the delicious coffee in Hanoi has wrapped up our news bulletin today. For comments and feedbacks, please send us an email to netvietdaily@gmail.com. Thank you so much for watching. We wish you a happy weekend and see you again tomorrow.